Hello, everybody, and welcome back to my channel. We are back with another speed build. This is for the Sparked Build Challenge. The whole challenge was to build a destination wedding venue, and that is exactly what I did. I built a beach wedding spot, and it looks so cool. Not gonna toot my own horn or anything, but I think it looks awesome. Like, I'm not usually great at community lots or anything, but this one looks pretty cool. It's so pretty that I didn't even have to do anything. You could just look out and you'd have an awesome wedding here. But instead, I decided I was gonna do some real cool things. And we have split leveling and stuff like that, and the actual wedding arch is on the topmost level, because my whole idea was you walked up to the wedding and stuff like that. I don't know. It was cool. I had so much fun building this. I love building things that are a little bit out of my comfort zone, and that is exactly what I did. This was super out of my comfort zone, but I think it looks pretty good. So, go check me out on the gallery and download this. It is a lot of packs, I think, but it doesn't have custom content, so that's a plus at least. I messed around a lot at the beginning with the different levels and stuff like that come out, and the different walkways and stuff to the out area. I didn't know what I exactly wanted to do there, but I think it looks really cool. I think what I ended up doing was what I wanted to do originally. At first, I wasn't sure what I wanted to do. I had kind of an image in my mind, but I wanted it to be outdoor, but I didn't want it to be completely outdoors. So I had kind of this image in my mind, and we ended up figuring it out. Looks pretty cool. So that's good. I also like all the island living stuff that I used everywhere. It's kind of an interesting style. It's not your normal wedding style, I don't think. It's not super fancy or anything, but it does have its own personality. So that's cool. My original idea was going to be that the people would sit up on that second or the first layer, and then the wedding arch would actually be on that raised layer. But then I realized they wouldn't be able to see. So I kind of switched things around a bit, but that was my original idea. So you'll see I kind of messed around with the heights here, just to kind of try to figure out what I actually wanted to do. But we figured it out eventually, and it looks pretty cool. I had to mess with it a lot. I also wish, I realized this a little bit after I started this, that I had done it on a bigger lot. I think I did it on a 40 by 30 lot, which I thought would be plenty of room. But I ended up not getting to put in a pool. I really wanted to put in a pool. You can't actually put in a pool in a lot like this because it's over the water. But I wanted to have a cutout area so it looked like a pool that was actually just the water itself. I never got to do that. I kind of tried to put it in. I actually think I cut it off of this, but I tried to put it on the side a little bit of a pool. I wanted to put a heart-shaped pool because I thought that'd be super cute. But I ended up having to cut that out, I think. This video was pretty long, and I didn't want to talk that long, and I knew you guys didn't want to watch that much. So I cut out, the landscaping, and I cut out the bathroom, and I cut out the pool that didn't actually happen. I didn't think it really mattered if I cut that out, because it wasn't actually in the end video. So, I thought that worked. But I thought this looked super cool in the end. It's so pretty. I would have a wedding here. The main thing, though, that I really wish that we had was different lights that you could, switch the length of. Because I really had to compromise and not really do exactly what I wanted to do for the lights. I wanted to have them, all the way down the walkway, but because it has to be a certain length, I didn't really get to do that. And I was pretty sad about that because at night I knew it wasn't going to be that lit, which kind of made me sad because I was imagining you'd have your wedding at sunset and then you'd have your reception out there at night. That's what I was imagining, which probably isn't very normal, but I just thought it looked really pretty at sunset. So that was just my initial thought that you would do. In The Sims, it doesn't really matter because you can do it whenever. In real life, that probably wouldn't really make much sense. But it was fine in The Sims, and I thought it looked so pretty at nighttime and stuff like that. I just thought it was really pretty. So, you can do whatever you want when you play in this. If you want to play in it, my gallery ID is ruthEsims, just like YouTube. So it's great. It's super easy to get. And you can easily get this off the gallery. And it has no custom content. It does have a ton of packs, I'm pretty sure. So I'm sorry about that, but it was for a competition. If you don't know what this competition is, I haven't really explained it. I didn't really explain it in my Sims challenge either, but pretty much it's based off of a TV show that's coming out for The Sims 4. Well, it already came out, and by the time this video comes out, I think a bunch of videos have come out. Pretty much it's this challenge where you make a story or make a sim, and you can enter into this competition. And it's based off a TV show which has this, and it's all these YouTubers and custom content creators that are in these challenges, and they're trying to win. It's actually a pretty cool TV show. I watched the first episode, and I really liked it. I love all the people that are in the challenges. I know all of them, like not personally, but I've seen all of their videos and stuff like that. I mean, not all their videos, but I've seen their videos and stuff like that and love them. They were actually some of them were the reason I started YouTube, so that was really exciting. So it's a lot of people that I really like and are super fun. So you should go check that out. It's on YouTube on BuzzFeed Multiplayer on Mondays, and it comes out on TBS. If you're in the United States, it comes out on TBS on Fridays. So you should watch that. Super fun, super exciting. One thing that I did get to use a lot were all different plants. I went to Debug and used a ton of different fun plants in this world because a ton of them only come in the Debug catalog. This really bugs me that they don't come in the game. Like, they had this big fern type of thing that I really liked, and I used it in like 3 places, but it was Debug, and it's so annoying to me. Why is it Debug? Someone explain why it's Debug. I just want it in my game. If you don't know what Debug is, pretty much it's the plants from around the world, not the plants alone, but that's pretty much what came in recently. It's just like all the objects from around the world that you can see. Like, in Oasis Springs, they have like that big dinosaur that's like in the background. Well, you can get that in the Debug catalog. It's not actually functional, and it doesn't really work correctly. Like, your Sims will walk straight through it. But it looks cool, and this build was fine. And I use Debug a lot on starter homes and stuff like that because I don't want my starter home to have like one tree. I want it to actually look good. So I put Debug plants because they're free, which is really, really awesome. It's super helpful for starter homes. Like, all the starter homes I made recently, I use Debug plants. It's so helpful. So helpful. Just makes your life so much easier because you can just use whatever plants you want and they're not expensive or anything, and it makes your house look so much better. Like, in my save game, none of my starter homes look like starter homes because I use all the money on the inside and use Debug plants, which is a bit cheaty. I will admit that, but I want my houses to have actual things in them. I really want my houses to have things. What can I say? I'm sorry that I want things. Also, someone is like mowing their lawn back there and is driving me crazy. So if you can hear that, my bad. They just started deciding they wanted to mow their lawn, the day that I'm recording. Like, what the heck was that about? But if you can hear that, I'm sorry. I don't think the microphone will pick it up. But now you know because I'm mentioning it. Like, you wouldn't know otherwise, but instead now you know. Now you know the struggles I deal with. Like, they decided to mow their lawn at 11 in the morning. Like, some people are sleeping. Some people are sleeping these days. I mean, I'm not. I usually would be. I am not today. This is my second video I'm filming today, so I'm definitely not sleeping today at 11. I would never sleep at 11. I mean, I'm a teenager, so, like, I can kind of get away with it. You know, I can kind of get away with it. Nah, no problems. Nothing at all. By the time that this video comes out, you guys actually won't be able to enter the current Sparked challenges. I think they're going to actually have another one. I think they're going to do it while the TV show's going on. So that's for like the next month or so. It's only 4 episodes, which is pretty nice. I mean, it's not like too long, but it's a fun amount, you know? But I think they're going to put up different challenges. So if you just go onto your gallery and then you look, there's this whole thing that says Spark Challenges and you can enter. There are tons of amazing builds. I was looking at all these amazing builds yesterday and I was just like, how? How do you guys do this? I'm sure there are people that watch my videos that are like awesome builders. I don't understand. I literally don't understand how you're so good at building. Like, I can kind of build a little bit. I mean, clearly a little bit because people watch my build videos, but like, I am really not that good compared to these people that, I don't know, they'll make like Hogwarts. And I'm just like, what? If you haven't seen Aveline, I think it's Aveline, something like that. Her YouTube channel, I'm not positive how to pronounce it, and I'm sorry for her about that, but if you haven't seen her channel, she is amazing at building. Like, go check her out. She is awesome. Her building is amazing. She'll do, like, the craziest builds. I don't know, like a huge castle on, like, a giant hill, and I'm over here like, this build is so good. I built this wedding venue that took me 3 hours, and she's over here like, I spent 12 hours making this masterpiece, and I'm just like, I could never relate to that. Not in a million years. I mean, like, I probably could have spent more time if I wanted to, but, like, I didn't want to add more because I thought it looked good, you know? I usually go until I think it looks good and I think it looks completed, because for me, like, if I just keep going and going and going, like, I could add a bunch of clutter items and stuff, but then I feel like it just looks too cluttered, and I don't really want to do that. Like, I don't want it to look too cluttered. I want it to look a good amount of cluttered. So I added the right amount of cluttered. That should be like my slogan. Like, I should put that on my channel art. I should just be like, I put a good amount of cluttered. It's kind of like my definition right now. I put a good amount of cluttered. It's really good, you know, really good slogan there. But, you know, what can you say? I'm really weird, and that's just always going to be true. And I mean, some people like that. Some people like weird YouTubers. And I guess I respect that. I am super weird, though. Especially in The Sims. Like, I have the weirdest stories ever. All my Sims are, like, dead, or I killed them, or their mom died. Speaking of mom dying, I just realized this. In Disney, the mom always dies. I guess I didn't really just realize this, but, like, not too long ago. The mom always dies. How is that fair to moms? Because then the child has to fend on their own or whatever. But the mom always dies. In every Disney movie, the mom always dies. And I'm just like, what? What? Why does the mom always have to die? Someone explain that. Why does the mom always have to die? I mean, like, I guess it makes the story, like, more interesting? I don't know. It's just sad to me. I guess it makes like the story relatable. I don't know, but it makes me sad every time. So, that might just be me. If you like the drama, if you like the moms dying, then I was going to say good for you, but really bad for you. Terrible job. If you like moms dying, I cannot say good for you. Because that's not good for you. Because that's really sad. But, it's fine. It's fine. If you want moms to die in movies, tell me in the comments down below, because y'all are weird. I mean, thank you for watching my videos, but you are weird. If you like moms dying in movies, weirdos. And then you should go check out Disney. Watch all the Disney movies. The mom always dies. Child has to fend on their own. It's just not realistic. I mean, it is, like, I know lots of parents die or whatever and leave their children alone, but, like, every time? That's not realistic. Not every single time. Poor children. It's always, like, the mom dies in, like, a boat crash or something, and you're just like, how often does that really happen? Like, what are the odds that my mom is gonna die in, like, a boating accident? Like, what are the odds? What are the odds that my mom's gonna die in a boating accident? Maybe I should never go on a boat. Maybe I should never bring my mom on a boat. Maybe that's more like it. I don't really want my mom to die in a boat. So maybe I should not bring my mom on a boat. This is what we figured out. This video, we figured out that I should never bring my mom on a boat. This is really important. We should never bring parents on boats because they will die. How did we get here? I started talking about Disney and moms dying and just really tragic stuff. Back to the build, real fast. I tried to put a camera down, didn't really know where to put it, so did not put a camera down. So if you want wedding photos or something, you can just add a camera anywhere that you really want. I wanted like a good place for it and couldn't really find like a good place that made it look nice. So you can just add a camera. Also, I didn't really want to add mosquito. I'm going to call it mosquito because that's what we're all calling it now. Mosquito stuff. If you want to add that cool camera, go ahead. I just didn't want to add that pack for no reason. So, because I would just have that one thing from that pack, and I was like, this is going to scare people away because there's so many packs, and so I just didn't add one. So, mosquito stuff. That's so funny to me. I don't remember who started that, but mosquito stuff. What? Who thought that mosquito was a good name? Like, didn't they know that we were going to all call it mosquito? Okay, I'm going to cut the video up here. Thank you all for watching. If you like this video, make sure to like and subscribe to my channel and come back next time for another Let's Play episode. Bye, everybody.